All right, team. It is Tuesday, August 4th. Oh my God, I did that this morning too. September 4th. Oh, Tuesday, September 4th. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what week it is. Apparently, I don't even know what month it is. So it is Tuesday, September 4th. And this is our welcome call. We do this weekly for all of our new team members, and I just love it when the recruiters come on as well. So that looks like that's happening tonight also, which I'm super excited about. So welcome to Park Lane. Welcome to Team Shine On. That's the name of our team. My name is Michelle Zito. I am your company vice president. I've been with Park Lane for about 4.5 years. And my job is to train you and to cheer you on so that you can have a successful business here at Park Lane Jewelry. If we're not already friends on Facebook, I know I try to friend people pretty much right away when I see you added to the team page. But when you do funky things like reverse your whole name and makes it a little harder, sometimes that has to be on you to then friend me. So if you have not friended me on Facebook, please feel free to do so. I love to be Facebook friends with you. It makes it a little easier when we do recognition and things like that. So I am Michelle Walsh Zito on Facebook. And actually, from looking at who's on, I think I actually have all of you already. So I am just thrilled to welcome you to our team. As I said, I generally do this call weekly because it's important that everyone who's coming onto the team gets the same information. And it's good for you to know that we do this every week because you may have a brand new team member by the end of this week that you didn't even know you were going to have. And she or he will come on this exact same call next week. So that way you don't have to worry like when you're brand new about training a new person. So Teresa, who knows, by Friday somebody may want to be joining your team and you don't have to fret at all where you're saying, wait, do I have to train this person? Absolutely not. You're brand new. We're still training you. So your new team member would come on this same thing, same bad time, same bad channel, different outfit. That's all that goes on every week. Okay, so tonight's Zoom here, we're going to focus on our Rich Rewards program, which is the program that you and every team member is involved in that lets you add free jewelry and discounted supplies to your kit, as well as how to introduce your new business to family and friends. And we include in that how to have a great launch party. So I hope you are ready to take notes. I do see that several of you have notebooks and pens and whatnot in front of you, which is great. So, but there are going to be times where I'm giving you like a whole script of words to say. Don't think that all of a sudden you have to know stenography. That I'm going to show you where on the field interface those words are located so that you'll know where to refer back to for those words. Let me just, so Teresa, do you live in New Jersey as well?
Yes, I live in Millville.
Okay, great. So, and you're Tamika's recruit, right?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful, welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Christine. Christine, I see that you're on, actually now it looks like she's on the, oh yeah, Christine. Who's that? Are you Christine? That's Nicole's recruit?
Actually, I'm under Joy Perry. I'm in Pennsylvania.
Oh, great. Oh, so it's Christine Layton.
Yeah, my screen is black because I'm listening to you while I'm taking a shower.
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you. No problem at all.
I'm taking a shower.
Sorry for the visual. Sorry.
That's quite all right. That's quite all right. So excellent. I'm glad you're coming on. And like I said in the post, this call is appropriate for anybody who's starting brand new, who's restarting, or anytime you just kind of want a refresher. You're always welcome onto this call. So now Park Lane is so generous to us. They know that we always are wanting to add more jewelry to our kits, right? But they don't want us spending all the money we make on that jewelry. So we get to take part in what is called the Rich Rewards program, and that allows us to add free jewelry to our kits as well as discounted catalogs. Now, this is, of course, in addition to our weekly paychecks. At no time are we ever paid in jewelry, okay? That's always a bonus. So let's jot down some numbers real quick. Write down, please, 12 to 15 average orders. 12 to 15 average orders. Okay, next, write down $1,000 in sales. And then write down $300 in commission. So what do these numbers mean? When you collect 12 to 15 orders for your launch party, and I know that you all know 12 to 15 people that have a neck, okay, then you can expect $1,000 in customer orders, which will yield you $300 in commission. So just quick, does that sound good? Is that a total that you would be happy with? A $300 paycheck? Okay, excellent. So again, they don't want us taking all of that $300 and going and buying more jewelry with it if we don't want to. So that's why I'd love for you to take advantage of your Rich Rewards program. So I just want to show you real quick where the Rich Rewards brochure is. I forgot that we were going to show that I was showing this part. Hold on. So I still have it open? No. Okay. I'm totally sorry. Okay. So if you've not yet signed into the Park Lane website, I guess I was already signed in. Okay, so when you go to the field interface and you go to the downloads, there is the Rich Rewards Club brochure. So the Rich Rewards Club is the program that allows us to add all of this extra jewelry to our kit. So here's how it works. Level 1 is right here. You get $250 worth of additional free jewelry when you put in $1,000 net non-sales in the first 2 weeks of a Park Lane month. So just as a real quick review or share, Park Lane starts its month on the Park Lane works on Wednesdays, like the week ends every Wednesday. So tomorrow ends the first week of September. So the last Wednesday of the month ends that month. So in this case, August ended on August. What was the last day of August? August ended on August 29th was the last Wednesday. So in Park Lane world, August 30th was the first day of September for us. So for our calendar purposes for September, the first week of September ends on September 5th, tomorrow. And the second week ends on September 12th, next Wednesday. So any of us that put in $1,000 in sales by next Wednesday, the 12th, you are going to get to pick out $250 worth of jewelry of your choice. You'll get a little button right on your dashboard that says Claim Now. And when you click it, it's going to show you an order form, and all you pay on that is the tax and the shipping of $6.50 to get it to you. So very amazing. Now, that's the only level that is time sensitive. All the rest of these levels are just based on the whole month. And September, in the case of this month, September, the last Wednesday of September is September 26th. So that's when you'd be needing to have your September sales in to earn all the rest of these. So level 2 are your free catalogs. When you put in $1,500 in net non-sales, by the end of the month, and that's not any different than this. So if you've already done the 1,000 from the first week, we're just adding on, right? Then you get to do catalog order, buy one, get one free. So if you would have bought 20 catalogs, they'll send you 40, but you'll only have paid for 20. And this is great because you do run out of the catalogs from your kit once you do all of the bookings that come from your launch, and you're going to need more. All right, level 3 is your free designer jewelry. When you submit sales of $2,500 by the end of the month, then Parklane sends you absolutely free that month's ensemble of the month. And that can be a necklace, it can be earrings, it can be a necklace and earring sets, it can be a bracelet and a pair of earrings. There's so many different things that it can be. Pina colada earrings were recent ones, just all kinds of amazing pieces. And then once you receive them, that's something that you can add to your kit. Parklane tells you how much they cost, and now you have something new and exciting to show in your kit. So level 4 is when you put in $4,000 in sales over the course of the month, then you get to pick out another $300 in jewelry. So that now we're at this level here. Now, just as a quick reminder, these are all accumulative levels. So you're getting $300 in addition to your ensemble of the month, in addition to your catalogs, in addition to the $250 you picked out if you put it in the beginning. Right? Now, levels 5 and 6 are for team building. When 2 recruits join your team that go on to sell their 1,000 in their first 5 weeks, which we call qualified, then you get to pick out another $300 in jewelry of your choice. And when you have 4, then you get another $300 in jewelry of your choice. So as you can see, this is over $1,000 worth of jewelry. It's really well over $1,000 when you factor in the ensemble of the month and then whatever catalogs you might need. And you're able to earn this every single month. So this is a great flyer to print out and keep handy where you can refer back to it because you want to be always paying attention to these levels. Nothing drives me crazier. Well, maybe not nothing, but it drives me really crazy when people put in like 2,476 because that means that you were like encore earrings away from ensemble of the month. And that just really lets me know that you're not watching your sales numbers and you're missing out. So I do keep an eye on that and I shoot out lots of reminder messages to people, but you don't want to depend on that. So keep track of your sales, and by hanging this up somewhere where you do your work, you will find that you will do better with that. Okay, so now having a successful launch party that your leader is likely doing with you is an important part to starting your business off strong and making sure that you get business beyond your family and friends. So there are 3 steps that make your launch a success. So number 1, is to have 2 launch parties, ideally, to over-invite and to invite everyone. That's all step 1. Have 2 launch parties, over-invite and invite everyone. Step 2 is to invite using multiple methods and to know what to say when you do the inviting. So invite using multiple methods and to know what to say. And step 3 is to fill your calendar with parties so that you can earn your rich rewards. So let's go over each of those steps. Step 1, have 2 launch parties, over-invite and invite everyone. So I do highly recommend scheduling 2 launch parties, the one with your leader if geography or technology allows, and one without. So you may be saying, why would I need to do that? Well, when you invite people for Friday's show and they're like, oh man, sorry, I can't come, I have a school function with Michael, you can say, oh my gosh, no problem, I'm also having a brunch on Sunday, so hopefully that works for you. So that way you already have like a default backup show to invite them to for the people that really do have a school function with Michael on Monday and on Friday and would have liked to come. Even if you do one in the day and one in the evening on the same day. So if you're doing Saturday at 3 o'clock and they're like, oh, sorry, we have soccer on Saturday afternoons. No problem. I'm also having one in the evening. So that, again, you have that backup invite for them. So about a third of who you invite will actually be the ones that walk through the door the day of your show. So if you invite 30 people, you can expect that you'll have 7 to 10 people. Now, that's perfectly good attendance and certainly very good attendance for a normal party. But when it's your launch, I say take advantage of the fact that probably your leader is right there in the room with you. She is going to knock everyone's socks off, wow them with jewelry, with programs, with gifts. And the more people that you put in front of her, the stronger launch you're going to have, because you're going to have higher sales, which is going to yield you a better paycheck. It's going to yield you better hostess rewards, which will help you build your kit. And it's going to yield you more bookings to continue on. So make a list of everyone you're going to invite and ask your family to help you think of names. Diversify the list and don't prejudge anyone. So what I mean by that is, if you're about to not invite someone because you think they don't have any money to spend, invite them anyway. They may want to book the party because, yeah, they don't have the money to purchase tonight, but they may book a show, which is even better than making a purchase. Or maybe they want to join your team so that they can stop not having money, right? If you think, oh, I'm not going to invite her, she's too busy, invite her anyway, because busy people get the most done and maybe she needs a little break. Invite your neighbors, even the ones you're not all that friendly with. Because first of all, have you ever looked out your window and seen a whole bunch of cars in front of your neighbor's house and you're like, oh, I guess Fran's having a party today, but I wasn't invited. You don't want to be that person. That's the worst. And also, because you can never offend someone by inviting them, only by excluding them. And you just never know who's a jewelry lover. True story, when I was having my launch, my neighbor across the diagonal from me, she was a mom I would see like sometimes at the bus stop. She works at every day, so she wasn't always at the bus stop, and I just didn't see her all that often. But I did see her in time to invite her to my launch party. And she said, okay, let me let you know, which I figured was a no. But then the day before, she said, I would love to come. And I was like, oh, great. So now Pam was coming. And then she texted me again a second time later on, or the day of maybe even, and said, is it okay if I bring my aunt and my sister? And I was like, yes, absolutely. So I'm so excited because this was, two people that would be complete strangers. And this neighbor that, I don't normally hang out with who came. Well, here they come to the party. They all placed really nice orders. My neighbor thanked me the next day for inviting her, that she felt she learned a lot about jewelry that she didn't know. And her sister went on to become one of my all-time high customers. Just last week, she placed another $300 order with me, and she buys from all different flash sales that I have. When new catalog, we usually do a personal appointment. She comes to launches. She comes to Scott events. She comes to absolutely everything. I have never met somebody who shops as much as this girl. So that's who the bring a friend tends to be. This is true of your hostesses too. When you tell your hostess, remind everybody to bring a friend, people don't usually just bring some random person. They say to themselves, ooh, I'm going to invite my cousin Jackie. She loves jewelry. That's who's typically coming as the bring a friend, people who genuinely love jewelry, who have fun at these parties. It's the best guest in the room. They didn't come out of obligation. They didn't come because they felt like they owed something. They came because they love jewelry and this was a place to find it. They typically place a big order. They typically book a show. So invite everyone. Let them decide if they want to come or not. Okay? Now, if you're saying, oh, well, what about those out-of-state people? Invite them too. Because they may not take a road trip. They're probably not going to take a road trip, but they can certainly place an online order. And that is going to impact your paycheck. And it's going to help you as the hostess side of your launch party. That's another order closer to your 10 orders. And 10 orders gets you double free credit, just like any other hostess. So just as a quick aside though, did anyone receive a 5% raise at their job this month? Because I know that some of you work a regular job. Did anyone get a 5% raise?
How about a decrease?
Okay, that's even worse. So we
That's definitely worse and totally unexpected.
Oh my God, really? I'm so sorry to hear that. So we're gonna have to get you another raise here then, because if you are brand new and you just came in as a fashion director, you can get a 5% raise pretty much immediately, because when one person joins you in this business, you can then promote to branch director. That's a new title, but what it also is a 5% raise on everything that you sell. So right now, when you do a show, you're gonna make 30%. But if we have one person join your team with her and she does her qualifying sales and you do yours, then you are getting to make 35% at every show that you do. So that means on a show that you, like when you go do a $600 show, which is a very normal number, you would make $180 if that show was today while you're a fashion director. But if you promote to branch and do that exact same show, you're making $210. Now that's a difference of 180, 190. That's a $30 difference times how many shows over the course of a month. And what about the show that's $1,000 that now you're making $350 instead of $300? It adds up fast. So people, as you're sharing the business, that you're doing the business with friends and family, there are going to be people that naturally ask you about the business side of things. So because you're so new, I just want you to be prepared to answer confidently, but still be honest. And that way you can say, you know what, I don't actually really know what I'm doing yet, but I do know that I'm wearing the jewelry and that people give me compliments on it and that I'm having a lot of fun with it. I would love to have my friends, and then you fill in your recruiter's name. So I'd love to have my friend Tamika. I would love to have my friend Joy, my friend Becky, whoever your recruiter is, give you a call. She's the one who answers all of my questions, and I would love for her to answer yours as well. And then you just get right on, you get that phone number, and you get right on the text, right on the horn with your recruiter and say, oh my gosh, somebody wants to talk to you. And we make a plan. We get on the phone with your recruit lead. And if they want to join, then we book the same exact launch show that you're going to have. She's going to do that launch party too. Get her the paycheck and the jewelry and the raise and the hostess benefits, and you're going to get a raise out of that. So, would it be okay if my friend, fill in the blank, gave you a call? She's the one who answers all of my questions, and I want to make sure you get the right information as well. That's all. You don't have to say she's your recruiter like it sounds like you're joining the army. You can just say, my friend, such and such, okay? So, okay. So that was number one, right? That was to do the launches, to invite everybody, and I threw in how to get a raise. All right, so now let's do the second step, which is to invite using multiple methods and to know what to say. So the most successful new team members invite using lots of methods, right? So these methods would include calling people, sending individual texts, sending out individual private messages on Facebook, sending an email as a follow-up, creating a Facebook event, mailing the little postcards. Because some people don't check email, some people text all the time, some people only text, some people never see Facebook events, some people live on Facebook. When you do a bunch of different methods, you're sure that everybody's getting at least 2 of what you are sending. But what does not work is only an email or group texting or group Facebook chat. Do not group anything to anyone because they immediately feel like they've entered the 7th circle of jewelry hell. And now they can't get out of the group chat. And then here's the problem too. If the first 2 people respond no, now all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, well, no one's going to that. And now they all respond no. Meanwhile, they totally would have come if they didn't have this false sense of all these people not coming. So, because the no's come first. So you don't want to be discouraged when you send out your invitations and then the no's come, because that's who answers first, because those are the people who know they have a conflict, so they can't come. So they answer you right away. The yeses come as it gets closer. So, and you certainly cannot only depend on a Facebook event. That is the kiss of death to your launch party, depending on only a Facebook event. People don't see it. And again, if people see a couple of no's or they don't see enough yes responses on there, it's going to ruin your event. So I would rather you not even do a Facebook event than to only have a Facebook event. But whatever method you choose, again, no group of anything. So what do we say? All right, you say something simple as, you know, hey, Sue, it's Michelle. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. She's going to ask you why, of course. I'm starting my own business as a stylist with Park Lane Jewelry. Have you heard of Park Lane? Again, let her answer. She's either heard of it or she hasn't. So you're saying some version of, oh, right, it is just beautiful and versatile jewelry, every style and price range, and all the pieces are guaranteed. I'm launching my business this Saturday night at 7, and I would love for you to be here and give me your opinions on the jewelry. Are you free that night to join us? It's as simple as that. Just get their RSVP right away. People generally know what they're doing in the next week or so. So it's easier to get their RSVP right as you're doing it. If she says yes, then we're encouraging her to bring a friend, right? And let her know, you know, you're going to text her an official invite, or I'll drop you a postcard in the mail so you don't forget, you know, some sort of follow-up. And then if she says no, then you can say, oh, I'm so sorry that you can't be here. Remember, if you're doing 2 launches, you can still invite her to the other one. But then you can go on to say, you know what? I still would love to get your opinion on the jewelry. Would it be okay if I stop by one day next week with my kit? I would love to get your opinions on which pieces I should be showing. Okay, so what do you think about that wording? Is that something you feel you can say? Because okay, good. The general rule of thumb is if they're not coming to me, I'm going to them, right? So if they're not coming to you, they can't come to the launch, you want to find a way to go to them, if that's geographically possible. So whether you offer to stop by their house, whether you want to see if they want to meet at a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts, whether it's easier to just meet on the lunch hour of their job. A lot of this depends on your schedule and her schedule, of course. So that is, if they're not in front of you, you're in front of them. All right, so let's go on to step 3. And that's to fill your calendar with the number of parties that you want to do, but certainly try to do at least the one a week for those first, at least month or 2, because you want to build some momentum, right? Just like in any sporting game, right? There's always, whoever team has the momentum. That's why they call timeouts, right? The other team will call it timeout because they want to break the momentum. And when every week that you don't do a show is you calling a timeout and breaking the momentum. And that makes it harder because when you do the launch party, when your leader leaves your house that day, you're going to want to be running out the door with this jewelry to do another show. And if you haven't booked any other shows before the launch, you're probably going to have a dead zone in here. So that's why as you're inviting people to your launch, I'm going to share some words for booking shows as well, so that when your launch party comes, you already have your sister's party booked for the following week, or maybe even just a few days later. Then the people who booked from your show maybe are the week after that, and the week after that, and the week after that. Think of it like when you were learning how to ride a bike, or even just riding a bike now. Every time you stop, you have to get all revved up to get it going again. And every week that you don't do a party, that's kind of what happens to your business. So think back to the launch party list of everybody that you're planning to invite and put a star next to the ones that you feel that you want to ask if they want to have their own show. Don't wait for the launch for this. So you're saying, hi, it's Michelle. I'm so excited. I started as a stylist with Park Lane. Have you heard of us? And then again, it's beautiful, stylish jewelry, every price, every style, and it's guaranteed forever. I'm looking for 2 fun people to help me get started in my business just by showing the jewelry to a couple of their friends. I need one person to have a big gathering and one person to have a little gathering. Would you be able to have either the big one or the little one? Never say how many that is, because to some people, a little gathering is 10. And to other people, a big gathering is 6. We don't care what they actually choose. This is to give them the sense of they're in control. So if somebody feels big is 20, awesome. If someone feels big is 10, that's great too. So if she says yes, then you're getting it on the calendar by doing 2 choices, 2 choices, 2 choices. So would you like during the week or a weekend? Okay, during the weekend, would you like a day or an evening? Oh, I guess I'll do a day. Okay, great. I have Saturday the 10th and Saturday the 17th, which is better. So that when you do 2 choices, 2 choices, 2 choices, they're able to make a decision. Most people's biggest issue with not being able to book with you is that they can't make a decision. It's too overwhelming. They're looking at a whole month with things written on it. Right? It's back to school time for a lot of us, and they're like, oh, this is Beat the Teacher night. I can't. And they're getting overwhelmed with all those choices. Meanwhile, they just told you they want a weekend. Why are they getting overwhelmed by what they see on the Tuesday the 11th? There's no need for that. So keep them focused on the days they want by giving the 2 choices, and then typically they pick one. If they can't come to you, you're coming to them, right? And then asking if they would like you to stop by with the jewelry. Do you want to meet at Dunkin' Donuts? Do you want to have a glass of wine? So typically if they say, no, I won't have the party, no, I can't come to your launch, they'll typically at least say yes to getting together for that. But please do be prepared for that. Some people will say no to every single thing that you ask them, and that's totally okay. You said no to somebody today, and they didn't go home and cry about it, okay? But that sometimes is what you want to do when we hear too many no's, right? Where we're like, what they just said is, no, I really can't have a jewelry show right now because, and she may have had a perfectly valid reason, right? But what you kind of heard was, no, Joy, I don't want to have a show, and you're so annoying, and I don't want you to ever call this house again, and in fact, don't ever call me again. You're so annoying. That is not what they said. It's not what they mean, but sometimes it's what it feels like. So I just want you to know that, you've canceled something. You're right. How many times you've canceled plans, how many times you've canceled appointments, how many times you've said no. We're offering a service and a product, and just not everyone wants it, right? What about the girl at the Target register that's like, would you like to open a Target charge and save 5% today? And you're like, no, thanks. Does she go home and is like, I'm never asking anybody again if they want a Target card? Everybody hates me. They all said no today. No, we just didn't need a Target card. So that's kind of how you want to remember, think about this. So just please don't take no personally. So again, can you collect orders? Can you book shows? Can you find your first team member before anything even takes place? Before you even get your kit? The answer is yes, you can. You can start working your business right now. There is absolutely nothing that you have to wait for. So I want to just do one more quick screen share to direct you to 2 important places here on the Park Lane website. So one of them, okay, we're going to go off the Rich Rewards brochure now. One of them is, Michelle, where did you get all of those words that you were saying that there was no way that I could possibly have written down? Okay, so Getting Started, a guide to your success right here. This is a booklet that is a great overview to help you get started in your business. You can work on this on your own and then report back to your recruiter. But you'll see lots of different show ideas on here. Your recruiter can show you how to work your calendar, because one of the best benefits to a business like this is the flexibility. So you can fill in the dates of September on here. The first course of action is you cross out dates you absolutely cannot work, okay? I cannot do a show on this night because it is Meet the Teacher night at my daughter's school. Not doing a show that night, so I would cross that out. And I can't do a show here because I'm going to be upstate watching my brother's air show, right? So I cross this out. So I don't have to tell my family I have to miss the air show when Kevin's in New York because I have a show. No, I cross it out first. So that now I know, and I can take a green highlighter and green box every date that I want to make money. And that's where I'm going to direct all of the people that want to have shows. Here's a list, a place to help you with the list of who you're going to contact. Because sometimes you forgot about that neighbor from your old house, or that girl you used to go to church with, or that coworker who was a lot of fun. And a list like this helps you remember. And then here are the word choices. These are very similar to what I shared with you just now on the call. So you can print out this whole booklet and use this as a guide to help you. You can practice saying it out loud. You can certainly edit it a little bit so that it sounds like you. None of that is a problem, but I think you'll find this super helpful in getting started. The other place I want to direct you is when you click the Fields interface, here on the left is Park Lane 101. And this is where all of the new team member training now continues. So in each one of these, you're going to find helpful videos on how to do your show, checklists for getting through all of this training. Just some of it is videos, some of it is things you read, but there's so much great helpful information here, and it's all in this little Park Lane 101 spot. So this is where I like for you to stay when you are on the Fields interface, because God knows there are 20 bajillion things that you could click and you could get lost in here for all of eternity. So stay in Park Lane 101, that brochure I just showed you, and I will also let you click the center right here. The network is the monthly magazine that Park Lane puts out for us to let us know what the monthly specials are, great show ideas, sales ideas, all kinds of stuff. And right here are the new training videos. We just went to a convention a couple weeks ago, and all of the training that took place there, they continually add here. And you'll see that there are some very helpful ones as well. So this one here, this is our upline, Mary Grace Lewandowski. She did a great one on consistency in your business. And these two, Shannon Pelosa and Jennifer Bond, are sister leaders to me in our organization, and they did great trainings on how to do a great show. So here's another one from Mary Grace on that as well. The ones that say spotlight speakers are testimonials, so if you just want to feel some inspiration on why people are here, those are great as well. And then it continues on with more show training as well. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining on tonight. I'm going to stop the recording and then just see if real quick anyone has a question. But I'm going to stop the recording first.